please join me in thanking this morning's speakers one more time. I realize we're right up against the coffee break. Nuck, would you prefer we take the questions online, and then maybe if people have questions from the audience, we can follow up at coffee break? Is it?
Yeah, I think we've got a half-hour coffee break scheduled. So if you have any questions, I think you got a couple minutes to answer some. And then if there's, folks get left out, then we're going on coffee and grab one of these guys and pull them into a corner and quiz them.
That's great, Nuck. Is there any way to just check if there's any questions from online?
Yeah, Janice got
Oh, Janice got that. Great, excellent. While we're figuring that out, actually, a question in the front there. Yeah, please do. Please do.
Thank you. Is it on? Great, thank you. I know you employ a lot of students to help you, but it also sounds like you've kind of enlisted employees from the community. And I'm interested in how you did that and how you trained. We're always looking for different ideas on workforce development, trying to get local community members involved in science, not just as laborers, but as people that are involved in the project itself. And I'd be interested in kind of your journey and figuring that out in 1 minute or less, right?
I'm just going to talk loud, Jen. Okay, so basically we started by hiring them, which was
Should be on. Yeah.
That's on. Okay. Yeah, we did do some advertising. We did a lot of word of mouth. I mean, I had been here for a while then, and I was working for UIC, and we also were able to get some of the high school teachers, like Tim Buckley was still here and whatnot. And, he was very involved. It was actually one of his science classes. You saw the picture. So yeah, when we hired people, so we figured we wanted kids who were interested in going on, who were bright, who were engaged, but that meant they probably wanted to go to college, and they, would need to make some money. So we needed to pay them at least as well as, being a barista at the coffee shop back then. So that's what we did. And we trained them, for a week before we even went out in the field, because, it's kind of windy. That's not a good training place. And then we just, mentored them, and, they got better and better. And as we brought new people on, we paired them up with experienced people, because we had people that worked for 4 years with us until they went to college at least. And, a lot of them have gone on to really cool stuff, so.
This one? Okay. Yeah. Okay, any other quick questions from the audience before we take coffee? Okay, I'm not seeing any, so I'm sure we'll follow up as well. But I guess just wrapping up this morning's session, I'd like to thank the conference organizers for putting together a really wonderful meeting up here. It's not an easy thing to do, so thank you very much for all your efforts. I also want to shout out to the people like Jerry Brown, Pat Weber, Tom Albert, Kelly, and others who have just done such a wonderful job at mentoring next generation researchers and welcoming new researchers to the community here, and then also giving back in so many ways. As Craig mentioned earlier, it's just so many ways that people are giving back to sustain the science and broaden our collective knowledge of the area, and use that to problem solve and think about the future. So it's great. But most of all, I'd like to particularly thank UIC Science and also UIC for allowing access to your lands, working with the outside research community. This is not just a transactional thing that happens on a day-to-day basis. The experience that you're offering here is changing lives, and I think the footprint that you have and the change that you're stimulating there is much bigger than the local community. It's much bigger than Alaska. We truly have an international footprint and presence. And I can only think that can continue to grow. So again, thank you to USC. And thanks for this morning's session. We'll look forward to chatting more at coffee break. Thank you.